Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you with another pick a card. So it is currently a Venus retrograde. So I know we're all dealing with a little bit of tough love and issues in romance and things like that. So I figured, why don't I do today's pick a card on why they ghosted you. This could be for someone current or maybe someone way in your past. I always wondered why they ghosted you. This video is also timeless. So whenever you see this video, it can apply, baby, and it will apply. So all you have to do is look at the three piles that I have made for you and quiet your mind, meditate, figure out which one you're drawn to the most, and that is your reading from the timestamp down below. Remember, these readings are all alleged for entertainment purposes only, and if you'd like to tip, there's a link to my PayPal down below. Let me show you the piles. We have pile number one here, which has a lime, but it is kind of green screened out. So I pulled a clarification here that you can actually see, which is a fish with an eye. And then we have the second pile here, which is a gaming controller. And then the third one here, which is the lips. So go ahead and see which pile you're drawn to, and then click down below for the timestamp. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, pile number one. This is for why they ghosted you. So I did have to pull clarification because the lime is green screened out. Remember, these readings are all alleged for team personally, okay? But I will say, if you do love them, make sure you tip. There's a link to my PayPal down below. So right off the bat, when I think of the lime here, to me, this is about, it's kind of like a bittersweet. I'm not a huge fan of lime. I always find lime to be very bittersweet. And also, someone suggested here when I was pulling this, because I do these live on Twitch, that perhaps it's about seeing true colors since they're like transparent. So that could be it as well. And then we have here the fish. Sometimes this can indicate Pisces energy. But for me, I'm really drawn to the big eye. In this makes me feel like they have an eye on you. They keep an eye on you, or they kept an eye on you, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're keeping an eye on you. Definitely an observer. It gives me very much haunting, the person that watches all your Instagram stories type T. All right, so we'll leave those over here for now, and then let's pull the cards. So, oh my God, that's exactly what that eye meant. So this is knowledge. I'm not even going to try and pronounce these cards. Don't make fun of me. I cannot. Okay. This is my newest cryptid deck. So knowledge, this is 100% about keep an eye on you. These are the crows. So like, to me, this is about learning things about you. I do think this person definitely wanted to teach you things, or maybe they liked what you could teach them. There was some aspect of you were interesting and intriguing. You were really interesting to me. So something about the communication there. And Will-o'-the-Wisp, guidance. This is literally the ghost card in the ghosting pile. Yeah, there definitely seems to be some sort of acknowledgement of, I can pull you into my world, or you can pull me into yours. I can guide you, or you can guide me. Like, we can teach each other something. I will tell you that the odds of this being a karmic connection are pretty high. Things like this, knowledge and guidance, makes me think that you learned something from this person, or were supposed to, or vice versa. So sometimes people can run from lessons. I will tell you, if you felt like you didn't really learn too much from this person, they must have learned something from you. If not, then maybe you guys will reconnect at some point and you'll have closure, because this is usually a good sign of some sort of meeting of fate that is important. It's supposed to put you into the right section. So again, this could be maybe you met this person at the wrong time, or maybe you met them at a bad time in their life or your life, and you were kind of the inspiration for them getting back on track, or vice versa. That could definitely be it as well. Okay. Six of Cups is the past. Damn, this was karmic. Yeah, it's the past life. So I usually don't go super spiritual with my readings unless I absolutely have to, and this is definitely one of those times. Definitely looks like a potential past life together with this person, perhaps past life karma left over. Or perhaps just like something someone owed someone. It could be that one of you owed the other person a favor or something, and that's what made this fall apart. But there's definitely a piece attached between the two of you, and it's the Six of Cups of the past. I also think you both reminded each other of someone you used to know or someone you used to date, because that could also be it. If it's not karmic and past karma, it could also just be like you were with this person because they remind you of an ex, or vice versa. I also think it could also genuinely be quite literal, where they ran to an ex. But if they did run to an ex, I'm telling you that it's because you remind them of them. Or maybe you ran to an ex because they reminded you of yours. I also see them as someone who is commitment phobic, but I mean, I feel like that's probably going to be most of these piles. You're going to see commitment phobia because they ghosted, because this is about overanalyzing and thinking too much, and this is a fear of commitment and follow through. Triumph of Lies. Oh, you saw through their bullshit. They could not lie to you. So I think this person is very used to lying or kind of like fudging the truth to get what they want. But for some reason, either you were too good at spotting their lies, or they just couldn't finesse you. Like they couldn't muster up the courage to lie to you. So that's why they ghosted. I think most of you just saw through them. I don't know if they've ever had anyone call them out either or see through them. Okay. The Red Shoes Obsession. Wait a minute. The Snow Queen Loyalty. This person is not going to leave easily. If you haven't contacted this person in a while, then it must have been hard to separate from them, because this person stays around. Obsession. This one right here, the Red Shoes, this makes me think of someone who cannot let go, and vice versa. The two of you cannot let go of each other. Like there's definitely a thread, a red strand of fate. That's what this makes me think of, that connects the two of you. I think that they still haunt you. I think that they still look at your stuff. I think they ask people about you. I think they keep tabs on you. The Snow Queen is loyalty, which to me means like, this is the type of person who's like, I would never hurt you. This is the type of person who say, it's me, not you. This is the type of person who say, I'd rather push you away than be with you because I don't want to hurt you. This is also the type of person who is going to stay attached to you forever. I will be honest in saying that I highly doubt that most of these piles are going to have some sort of, oh my God, we're meant to be together. However, if this pile does get back together at some point in their life, it is not impossible for them to be in a relationship. And I can't believe I'm saying this because I almost never say this, but you cannot trump loyalty and obsession. That to me is like the one that got away. So this is one of those things where they come back months or a year later and be like, you're the one that got away. It is very possible. Now I'm letting you know right now, do not hold out for them and do not wait for them. Do not do that. Okay? It is extremely rare that I say this. So I am saying this with a huge disclaimer. This does not mean that you wait forever for them. This does not mean that you hold out. Absolutely not. The only way you would even have a chance at this happening is if you move on in the first place, because you need to experience other people and other things before this even has a chance to possibly happen. So do not get your hopes up. But I am letting you know that that is there, and I can't lie. Ooh, Morgan Le Fay, Magic. That's the feminine energy here, and the masculine is Poseidon, Flow. There's a lot of water energy here, so I feel like there was a lot of an emotional connection. There might be some intimacy issues, but there's a lot of emotion going back and forth between the two of these. With the fish here, Poseidon is another fish reference, so maybe fish have an important thing here, or there's an important Pisces placement or something like that, but maybe swimming is important here. Swimmer, I mean, Poseidon's in the fucking water. But magic makes me think that you brought magic to their life. You almost seem like effervescent, like you brought something that they never would have expected. This is such a weird connection. Okay. So we have the Saturn card. This is karma. This is literally karma. This is about a lesson, a life lesson between the two of you. You guys were supposed to teach each other something. We have Libra here, could be a sign involved, and we have the second house. Interesting. So the second house is income and it's also self-worth. So perhaps someone had maybe work got in the way, maybe business opportunities, maybe someone's job was an issue. Could also indicate money. So maybe there's some sort of like maybe you guys fell apart because of money, or maybe like their career, or perhaps you went into business together and it fell apart. But there's a self-worth here because I think of Saturn in the second. So obviously we have Saturn in the second and then Libra. So Libra's partnerships, relationships, and then we see Saturn second. I have Saturn in the second in my natal chart. So to me, this is about the worth, your self-worth in terms of everything in your life. And it's really difficult when you have Saturn in the second house to feel worthy. And so I feel like perhaps that was the major issue with this group. Is that there was feelings of inadequacy and feelings of not being able to give enough. Second house, I feel like it's like giving. And then if we look at these, they say a message typically. Be realistic about relationships patiently. Be concerned about the beauty of what you want. You must wait before you can do it with your partners and get what you need. So again, I'm telling you, there's this relationship, there's unfinished business. I think a lot of you are going to have one last hurrah with this person, especially with Libra, which is about balance. Their life is not in balance. They have a very imbalanced life. The maturity that brings cooperation to perfect your beliefs, caution regarding decisions about what you value, and limits imposed resulting from the fairness shown by your resources. So I'm wondering if maybe one person felt they weren't successful enough, or maybe success intimidated someone. Perhaps there was jealousy issues there, especially with Libra. Maybe they're jealous of another person. Or maybe that's how you reconnect because this person is jealous. I just see them keeping an eye on you. Let's do a song here to wrap this up. I'm going to do a song for divination here. So let's see. Let's make sure it's not on. Okay, so we are going to do one song. Pile number 1, why did they ghost you? It's Independent Women Part 1, Destiny's Child. So, damn. Not that I don't need no man. They were intimidated. Someone was intimidated. Either you were intimidated by them or vice versa. I think that I think that they might be used to like a needy energy, or maybe one person was needy, one person was independent. But there's just like the fact that you didn't need them or vice versa. There was some sort of trigger. I also think that this person, I'm feeling like for a lot of you, this person dates a lot of shitty people, and you were the one non-shitty person they dated. And it's like, they feel like they deserve shitty people because they feel like a shitty person. That's the vibe it's giving. That's the vibe it's giving. So I wonder if they're going to have a glow up, and when they have a glow up and they have a come to Jesus moment, they're going to try and hit you back up. I feel like most of you will probably have moved on though. Well, if you like that, make sure you tip group number 1. Link to my PayPal is down below, and good luck. Okay, this is for group number 2. Why did they ghost you? Remember to tip. There's a link to my PayPal down below. So I did pull a controller. So perhaps this person was controlling. Excuse me, it's the truth. I think they might have been a little bit controlling. Maybe they felt you were controlling, but I feel like it was probably them, because if they're the one that ghosted, that's how they remained in control. Perhaps they were a gamer as well, could be easily distracted, or perhaps Peter Pan syndrome. I think of that when I see this. They didn't want to grow up. It's very possible. So let's keep going. Ooh, okay. I have to be careful with this one. Well, I mean, it's fine, but here. So this is companionship. So this is literally the card of romance in this deck, and there's only one. And then we have... Here, I'll put the controller on that. Here, hold on. It should be fine, but just in case. Just in case. And then we have the Mothman, ruin. Oh my God. Why do I feel like they ruined it on purpose? Hold on. 5 of Cups is disappointment. Fool is reversed. I don't want to grow up. Peter Pan syndrome. Peter Pan syndrome. Peter Pan syndrome. Peter Pan syndrome. That's what this is. This group is Peter Pan syndrome. They do not want to grow up. You were taking care of them. This is like being a mom or a dad. The 5 of Cups is disappointments, which means they feel like a disappointment. And the Fool's reverse, which is about growing up. That card literally means grow the fuck up. Mature, get older, get wiser. And the 10 of Pentacles is a waste of time and effort. No long-term goals. This person does not make long-term goals. They pretend they live in the moment, but they really just don't want to grow up. They're a child. They might have been broke. The 10 of Pentacles, when it's reversed, says that they might be broke. If they're not broke, then they are not very good at making long-term goals or creating opportunities that make them a ton of money. And if they are successful, it wasn't their doing. Someone else has dragged them along for a long time. There's no way, like either mommy and daddy or a friend or something or their coworker does a lot of the work, because this person is lazy as shit. Literally lazy as shit. And I think that's why they ghosted, because this is their way of remaining in control, because they were like, really? Okay, fine. I don't care. I'll ruin this anyways. That was their way. That's why they ruined it, because they know I also see them as an emotional disappointment, which means that it's not that they didn't care. It's that they don't have the capacity to feel as intensely as you do, because they don't want to grow up. So with them, it's not necessarily being emotionally avoidant. It's the fact that their emotions are void. They don't exist to the same degree because they've never had to. Someone has always saved them. They might be a mama's boy, or perhaps they're a princess. If it's a girl, perhaps she's like a little bit of a princess where people just do things for her. Because it's giving me very much like you don't know how the real world works. Colorless Angel, yeah. So to me, there might have been a lot of fighting, or perhaps there was a lot of effort being made and just it wasn't worth it. This person is someone who's sought after, though. I'm going to be honest. This person is someone who's sought after. Even if they're broke, there's someone who's sought after that a lot of people are interested in, and you're the type of person to be like, if you only knew what it was like with this person, or like when I was trying to be with this person, you would never want to be with them. Like, that's the type of vibe. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if some of you were actually in a relationship with this person. Full blown. The Nixie of Mill Pond memory. Ooh. The White Snake, understanding. Some of you might have literally been with a narcissist, because allegedly for entertainment purposes only, because to me this is about gaslighting, memory and understanding. That never happened. What are you talking about? That never happened. I never did that. I literally never did that. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this person is in denial. They're in denial, and they potential gaslighting, but this person is in complete denial. And I think they fucked with your memory. Isis, protection, and then we have abundance, green man. Why is there an illusion of success? Was this like someone who's got mommy and daddy's money or something? Or perhaps they just have someone who just carries them along. Maybe it's just literally mommy taking care of us, or daddy taking care of us. Because this person, it just seems like there's a lot of stuff around them that is not theirs. Like, but it's like, because Isis is protection. So like, that's about you protecting them. But why were you protecting someone who has a lot going for them? It's like again, Isis is like taking care of the green man here, but that's not how it should be. What the hell? Also, I feel like you you held their secrets. You did so much for them, and it's like, why? Like, what was the point of doing that? Like, you didn't want them to feel embarrassed, but like, you should have embarrassed them. The fuck? Uranus is a curveball. Oh, you didn't see this coming. Aries, yep. Out of nowhere in the 5th house. Play. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you were taking care of this person or doing a lot for this person, and then they just broke it off, or they like stopped talking to you, or just like pulled back because someone else was giving them more fun. I think that they did not want to grow up. The 5th house to me is about play. It's about sex. They could have a sex addiction, but They just wanted to play. The Aries card is me, me, me. I see them as selfish, and Uranus out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, switched up on you and were like, goodbye. And I'm telling you, it's because they wanted to remain in control and they wanted to be in the leader of this, and they wanted to leave you before you left them or ghost you before you ghosted them. If this isn't someone you were in a relationship with and this is just someone that you were talking to, whatever, I can tell you right off the bat that the 5th house makes me think that like, oh, they wanted to fuck other people. That's just it. The Aries card is impulsive. So an unusual example of energies to meet the challenges of the power of love. Okay, that's lazy though. A different way of looking at your desires regarding investment, gambles, and other games. Game player. Oh, that's why that's there too, because they're a game player. That makes sense to the controller. An unexpected change resulting from the honesty and strength of your creations. They got distracted by something else. Especially if you just talk to this person a little bit, then it was a game from the start. Stir up the situation by using your willpower with the trust of a child. They are a child, I told you that. Be open to new ideas about what you think you know about fun, romance, and making art. They like the fun of it. Invent a way to do it your own way and do it dramatically. They just move on quickly because they're a game player. Fuck this person. This person sucks. They're not even that fun. I think that they surround themselves with fun people because they're not fun. They suck. This person's a leech. Goodbye. Girl, the difference between pile number 1 and pile number 2, okay? This person sucks. Let me do a song for this pile. Oh my God. Okay. So it is share favorite scars. Oh my God. So this song is a little bit different than most of the songs that I typically listen to. It's a little bit of like reminiscing on that. I feel like for them, if you tried to chase them for a while, because Aries is chasing, then favorite scars will translate to like you were their favorite toy to play with because you always responded or you always interested or whatever, because it's a very hot and cold energy in this spread. And if you were just casually talking to them and they disappeared, favorite scars makes me feel like they have a type and you weren't weak enough for them to take advantage of. You were too strong. So that's why they weren't going to do that, because they have a specific type. They know what kind of person they want and what kind of person they can get away with. So if you like that, make sure you tip. There's a link to my PayPal down below. Good luck. Group number 2. Okay, group number 3. This is for why did they ghost you? Remember, if you like these tips, there's a link to my PayPal down below. So you guys picked the lips. So perhaps you were just super physically attracted to them or vice versa. Perhaps they were just a really good kisser, or maybe they just have something prominent, a prominent feature on their face. This could also just be kiss it goodbye or kiss my ass. So let's keep going and we'll see. The Kitsune wisdom. Okay, but this one is a trickster. They play tricks. Kraken mystery. Oh my God. They do not want to be found out. This person is obsessed with the illusion of who they are. They are playing a character and a role. This is 100% about the perception that other people have of them. They don't want to be figured out. They don't want you to know who they are. They're going to send mixed signals because they want you to feel like they are the most mysterious, sly creature that you've ever seen. Wheel of Fortune is bad luck when it's reversed. Knight of Wands, inconsistency, and Ten of Swords, backstabbing and betrayal. This is the type of person that started talking to you when they had someone already. They could have been married, they could have been in a relationship, or just interested in someone else previously. This person, we have 9 tails here, and we have 8 over here, which means they keep a lot of people close. There's too many numbers here. I'm just seeing like, Greg, give me. I feel like they have a Rolodex of people they go through. 100%. Because to me, it feels like this person will kiss everyone. Like, I'll kiss this person, I'll tell this person I love them, I'll tell this person I really like them, until they find the one. But the thing is that they didn't see you as a prize. They saw you as like, you're great, but this one is better. That's literally what this person is, because that's why they're inconsistent. And then when you were on ice, that's what that means. So you were the person that they put right here. When number 1 wasn't answering, you were number 2, or maybe even lower. Because this person has a shit ton of people, and they're trying to play like the cool cat. Like, if they're a girl, they want to be like, oh my God, I'm like the most hot girl. Guys are in my DMs all the time. Or if they're a guy, it's like, I'm like a Chad. That's the type of persona they think they had. And they were trying to keep that up. To me, this person is way too image conscious, very superficial. And to be honest with you, I don't think it's interesting, because I do think they're physically attractive. And even though I see them as like a good kisser, and perhaps they were good in bed if you hooked up with them, and perhaps it might be a brag to be with them, I think that their charm and charisma is what gets them what they want. It's their communication skills. It's the way they speak to people. It's the things they do. That's what I'm seeing this as. It's like that's how they get what they want. It's not anything else. And that's what makes them alluring. I also feel like a lot of people ask about them and want to know. There's just like an obsession. I'm feeling Scorpio or Aquarius energy there. Today for tomorrow. Yep, I told you. Sacrifice you for someone else that they deemed better. That's literally what that is. But they're going to keep you on ice. And this person will hit you up over and over and over again until you block them. They will literally hit you up. This is the person that will hit you up and be a one-night stand. Transformation, brother and sister. Girl. Ew. If some of y'all look alike, Okay, the Rose Elf, Revelations. Oh my God. I think some of you may have hooked up. This might be someone that you and a friend both hooked up with. You and a friend might have hooked up with the same person and not realized it. Or maybe you make friends with someone else that they hooked up with. This person is a player. 100%. Like, if this is a girl, then your homeboy might have dated her, or, hooked up with her at some point at a bar. And if it's a guy, then he might have dated 2 girls at once. Like, 100%. This dude or girl gets whatever they want. And I think if you haven't found this out yet, you will find it out soon, that you guys share some people in common. 100%. And if you don't share someone in common, that means that they tried and failed, because they definitely like to date within friend groups. This person don't give a fuck. This is that person, you do not want to leave them alone with someone else when they're drunk. Or perhaps it's even more literal, and they were trying to get to maybe your sibling instead of you, or maybe one of your friends. Maybe they were just dating you to get closer to your friend. That's possible too. Could be literal there. Okay, we have compassion and ecstasy. This is purely like, look at Dionysus. He's so hot, but and he's got bitches all over him. Like, this is literally what this is. So you are a compassionate, understanding person, and this person is just like, I like bitches, or I like men. Like, they're so boring. Like, this person is trying so hard to be suave and to be like, I'm the coolest person ever. I have all these people, and like, oh my God, I'm amazing. Bitch, you're getting your self-worth through having sex with other people, instead of getting your self-worth through not only yourself, but the fulfilling connections you share with other people. Get out of here. Like, bye, Felicia. This person is, I'm going to be blunt here, and I'm not, listen, Lord knows I'm a hoe, but this person's a hoe. Okay? So, it is what it is. And I'm saying that as a hoe, so don't come for me. But they're a hoe. If you're gonna be a hoe, be honest about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't do this. This is mean. Mean-spirited, to be honest. This is just mean. Okay, so we have the South Node. Ooh. Past life karma. Interesting. In Pisces, in the 4th house of home and family. Okay. So this person has mommy and daddy issues. Mommy or daddy issues, or both. You know what's interesting is I do think there's past life karma, but I don't think it's between the two of you. I think that their past life karma is what's causing them to seek out connections like this, because the Pisces card is an illusion, which means it's not real. So I don't think the past life connection is there. I just think that this person is so good at selling a fantasy that they would become whatever you needed them to become. They're malleable. I think that's what the word is, malleable, whatever. Like, they'll become what they need to. They love becoming people's fantasies. So they would sell you like this past life karma fantasy if they needed to, but their past life karma is why they are like this, and it has to do with family issues, or home and family lack of stability. I also feel like with the with that Pisces card, I just feel like I really do believe that they believe their lies. Like, they're delusional. This is not the type of person that will have self-reflection. This is not the type of person that will understand what they're doing. Not for a while. Baby, you need therapy, whoever this is. At least they're good in bed, though. I mean, I guess if you didn't end up hooking up with them, then maybe you missed out on a good time. Because I'm not going to lie. I got to give credit where credit's due. This person is a good lay. But that's it. That's all they are. There will not be spirituality to ultimately experience what makes you feel secure. See, this person has not enough oomph. Anxiety about trusting your psychic knowledge of support. So this is about you not listening to your intuition. Trouble resulting from the indecision of or about your home and family base. They have fucking issues with their family. Maybe they don't even have family. Remember your dreams as you did in the past. Reconsider your idealization of your home base and your family. Ew, now isn't the time to be a part of something overwhelming and do what makes you feel secure. I feel like this person could learn your issues. Like, maybe they learned that you had abandonment issues and that's why they ended up ghosting, because that's how they ended up like getting away with this. But like, they definitely learn your faults. This person learned your faults. And when they learn your faults, they use it. But it's not, okay, I don't want to call this person a narcissist, because I think the second one was a covert narcissist, group number 2. This one, I don't know if I would say they're a narcissist. They could be, but I really feel like for most of this group, I feel like they just are so lost in a world that's not real and a character that's not real that they forgot what reality is. They need a wake-up call. I don't think this person... I think they're mean-spirited, but it's because they're in this fucking weird world that doesn't exist. Like, this is the type of person that didn't grow up from college. So, like, if they were in a fraternity, like, they still have that fraternity mindset. This is the type of person who, like, you know, if they're 35 years old, they think getting bitches is still cool. Like, it's that type of person. Now, it doesn't mean... I don't think they're as bad as group number 2. Group number 2 is, like, Peter Pan syndrome. They didn't want to grow up. Group number 3, I don't think that's what's going on here. I just think that they like are so lost in their lies that they become what they pretended they were to be cool. So let's go ahead and get a song for this group. Oh my God, it's Spice Girls Naked. This man or woman might even be a sex addict. Like, I love this Spice Girls song, by the way. That's literally my favorite Spice Girls song of all time. I literally used to take a robe, like take my shirt off, put a robe around me, and then turn the chair around because that's how I used to perform it, bitch. And I put my shirt on my head. Don't even start. Anyways, like I was naked. So whatever. Anyways, this person is a fucking hoe. I don't care what nobody says. Come for me. I don't care. This person is superficial and sexual based only, I think, or only wants that. And if they pretend to be anything else, it's literally just a game because they are sex and sex only. I said what I said. I don't care what nobody says otherwise. I honestly think it's a compulsion and potential addiction, allegedly for intimate purpose only. So if you like that, make sure you tip. There's a link to my build down below. And good luck. Ghosting hurts and it sucks. Stop doing it.